Quarter scale Gravedigger Part E. Well, I've made some improvements to the transfer case. One being, instead of having a 3/8 inch wide belt, I now have a 1/2 inch wide belt. So that's going to give better grip and still allow me some slip. Again, I still want to stick with belts. Now, last time I was showing you these sprockets and I said, oh, I don't want to use gears. Well, I also meant to say I don't want to use chains. A lot of people still comment and say, oh, you got to use chains. But I don't want to use gears or chains because they don't give any slip, and it just kills the ratio. I can't get large enough gears in there to get a good ratio. So I'm sticking with my belts. Okay, the other improvement, if you look at this, this is the original sprocket on top, pulley on top, which is 12 teeth. Now I have a 10 tooth pulley on top. So that improves the ratio from 12:1 to 15:1. Not a major change, but hey, I'll take it. So I'm anxious to see how well she runs with a little better ratio like that. Something else I wanted to show you. If you look at the teeth on this belt that got chewed up, the center of every tooth is missing. And the outer edge is, there's a little bit left, but hey, the center is completely gone. And if you look at this pulley here, it was originally designed to be held onto its shaft with a set screw there. Of course, I took the set screw out, and then I made cut a keyway slot there so it would hold onto the shaft better. I didn't think much of that. Well, obviously, pulling this heavy truck, that slot there just chewed up the teeth. And now these here, the gear I have now had a collar, which I machined off, so it's nice and clean on the inside. In fact, I had to take, I got 2 pulleys and machined them down to fit and make it half inch wide. The other thing I lucked out on, this was the pulley that was in there, and it's 3/8 wide. The guy that made the transfer case for me, he took care of this for me. He machined this down for me. So when I got another one, I thought I was going to use 2 to make one wide one. But the way it comes, even though it's labeled as a 3/8 pulley, it's actually over a 1/2 inch wide. So that, oh boy, that made my day when I opened that up. So I'm anxious to see how this thing is going to work. And there I've got a gap there, so if it should wear, it'll exit out of the transfer case. So got to put it all back together, get it back in the truck, and then see how she runs. To be continued in a couple hours.